yeah, it's finally here. The Fortnitemares update for 2022 has arrived, and once again, the changes to the map are massive. This week we have a new mythic, an iconic zombie movie location, even more flying POIs, and enough jump scares to last you a lifetime. Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4 Week 5! Let's go! Oh, and please think about using code ADAMARU for all your Halloween purchases. So, the Chrome continues to spread. From day one of the season, we've seen it envelop huge portions of the map, and last update, the Chrome pillars at the reality tree began to expand. Which led to this, a stage of course, and a party like no other for the undead minions. DJ Laika is on the ones and twos, and should we fulfill the ceremonial dance, we are gifted with her werewolf abilities. A jumping slash and melee. And don't worry, these spots can be found all over the place, not just the reality tree. And here's the first time I used one in-game. Yeah, that didn't go very well, did it? Those claws aren't as OP as you may expect. The reality tree is now surrounded by more than 100 chrome stepstones, with the nearby building engulfed with chrome too. So it may be too late to save this POI. As it's Halloween, we have a new NPC to fight. Well, in fact, we have 3. First, head over to Grim Gables. The house has been updated, and inside you will now find oil spills, ink stains everywhere. Follow them slowly, and you'll be led to a summoning site hidden underneath the building. Also, an excavation to reopen the mine shafts has begun, allowing us to venture in old tunnels, and once again, it leads you to the same ritual site. On it, you will see the emblem of an octopus. It's waiting with 6 pyres standing in a circle around it. And should you walk into that summoning circle, this will happen. The Inquisitor, an ultra-aggressive being that throws fire and rockets while screaming. It looks a bit like Chaos Agent to me. Or maybe that's because of all the ink and black goop. Something doesn't sit well with me. Also, do the circles of torches ring any bells to you? The last time we used something like this was back in Chapter 1 to give our prisoner skin flaming powers, and a few days later he created a volcano. And once again, this time, the deity we summon has flame abilities. This could be nothing but a reuse of assets, or maybe the prisoner and the chaos agent are actually part of the same storyline all along. Time will tell. And if you read the comic books, you know that it's possible the prisoner is still underneath the island right now. Travelling over to the far west of the island is another POI covered in that light-limiting darkness. It may seem like someone's granny is getting in the mood for Halloween, with inflatable characters outside, spooky pumpkins, and a spider on the roof. Yet this place is the home of another NPC who does not like visitors, Willow. The final reckoning character is back, complete with fire axe chasing you around relentlessly. She also has a not-so-subtle interactable gravestone outside. But watch out if you go there, constant jump scares when all the zombies join the battle. As a collective, they can be a struggle to beat if you are cornered. I think Willow and the Inquisitor need to meet. So here's a call to my Discord. Let's try and get these characters to fight for the title of Halloween NPC Champion 2022. The last time we did that was when Shadow Midas was here. Oh, and the zombie chickens, have you seen them in game? They are way more ravenous than I was expecting and will peck you to death whenever they get the chance. Only a mother could love that face. It's quite unnerving. Not to mention all the floating furniture around the island. Take a look at Kit's TV. The third NPC is none other than Ash Williams, the main character in the Evil Dead movies from the 80s. This may be an age thing, but wow, the shack you find him in to the left of the reality tree is almost identical to the cabin in the movies. From the cutout window to see into the kitchen, to the fruit cellar door under your feet. Okay, here's a bit of story time. The cabin has a recording tape on the desk in the movie. We learn about a man and his unalive wife who is buried in the cellar below. And as it's a horror movie, she reanimates and attacks everyone in sight. If you dare go down there, you could find Henrietta, but I don't think she's there. I haven't got the courage to check yet. Other amazing details include the clock, which horror fans know the young lady was drawing in the movie and she'd lost control of her hand and she was forced to draw this book instead. This is the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or in boring English, it's the Book of the Dead. And that book is also in Fortnite. It's sitting on the desk alongside the tape recorder. I love this attention to detail. Also, Ash has a version on his back too. I was kinda hoping this book would be indestructible like the old Cypher PK book in chapter 2, but alas, one hit and it's gone. Ash is a friendly NPC who attacks all zombies and wolves he sees, and I wonder if he could take Willow in a one-on-one. Over to more general map changes now, and the plan of no sweat insurance continues to baffle me. It was clear in week 1 the insurance company was doing the right thing and saving our POIs from the chrome by raising them high into the sky. Then their headquarters and the underwriter inside began to float too, even though their building at Tilted Towers was not in trouble. They ventured over to the crossroads, and now the underwriter and his building can be found at Sleepy Sound. He could be simply watching over the vertical efforts as Fish Sticks Diner and Joel's Bar are brought into the air. And strangely, the lighthouse is no longer up here. That's because it's now at Condo Canyon. Have you any idea what's going on here at all? Are all the POIs being shook up for a change, or is something more sinister going on? And here at Condo, the Nom store is trying to become the new hotspot for Halloween buying. But look at it, it's nothing compared to the Boo store in chapter 2. That was elite level Halloween storage. Should you be worrying about the bromance, they are still found around the island having fun and relaxing. In my game, the Fab Five were poolside as Bill, or is that Ted, cooked burgers. Something important will happen with these guys someday. I was hoping for a Halloween themed skin update like 2 years ago. Do you remember that with the pumpkin heads? But sadly, not this time. But one day, my friend, one day. The Flying Dutchman, or the Driftwood ship if you prefer, has now moved over to the Cove as the captain still has no idea what's going on, and the blimp is now over Tilted Towers, just like the old IO War days. Back then, being on the blimp was the best spot in the game for easy elims in no builds. Good memories. Those strange vehicle launch pads can now be found by the mansion near the maze, and one over in the mushroomy POI too, and I'm still uncertain of their purpose, to be honest. Oh, and remember last week there was a new POI which had nothing changed there, it was just randomly added, a lone apartment building by the rocks. Well, now it's got the Halloween vibe, along with many of its neighbours too. Each year, this is usually the update where gargoyles with glowing eyes and ghosts are added, but so far, I cannot find them. Your help is greatly appreciated. Back to the story, the chrome is almost certain to cover the entire island soon, as this week it edges more inland, with new locations for the tornadoes to spawn. And look at this, the chrome nears the corpse of the Devourer. Could we see it reawoken by chrome? Then nothing would be safe, nothing at all. Right, I'm going to let Ash battle the world. Thanks for your time. Here's a bunch of Legends who used my code this week. Many people used it to grab the bromance from the shop. Thank you very much for supporting that. I'm Adam, you're awesome. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.